honestly, ستي معتصم, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم سبق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بين الخيل المدمرة. So the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم has his horse racing. He used to do races صلى الله عليه وسلم with the companions, and he used to have Sidna Abdullah ibn Umar riding his horse, and he would cheer them صلى الله عليه وسلم. He would cheer them, and he would give them whoever wins, the Prophet ﷺ would give him something to celebrate. And he did camel races sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet ﷺ sat down for a long period of listening to poetry. عن عمرو بن الشريد, حديث صحيح عن عمرو بن الشريد, النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لي كنت رديف رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, a young man behind the Prophet. فقلت يا رسول, فقال لي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أتحفظ شيئا من شعر أمية بن أبي الصلت؟ قلت نعم يا رسول الله. قال أنشدني. So do you memorize any of the poetry of Umayyah ibn Abi Salt? This Umayyah ibn Abi Salt is a poet from a poet who was a person who believes in Allah Ta'ala, believes in the hereafter. And he was a Christian. He read the Hebrew and Aramaic and so on and so forth. And he used to go and spend so much long time in the convents of Syria and so on with the priests and so. And the Prophet ﷺ called him for Islam, but he was too arrogant to become Muslim. But his poetry was beautiful. His poetry had a lot of morals, had a lot of connection to Allah Ta'ala, and just beautiful. So the Prophet ﷺ loved it. He didn't say he's a kafir, he's this and that. And there is a moment of joy with Prophet ﷺ. He's traveling, and there's a young man behind him. And he said, do you memorize any of that poetry? He said, yeah. So like, sing me some. Prophet ﷺ said, Anshidni, sing me some. So he said, فَأَنشَدْتُهُ مِئَةَ بَيْتٍ. So I sung to the Prophet ﷺ 100 couplets. And he's cheering me up, telling me, hey, go on. Until I finished 100 couplets, and he said, أسلم لسانه ولمسلم قلبه. في رواية كاد أن يسلم. He was about to become Muslim. And in another narration, his tongue was Muslim, but his heart was not. Right? So the joy of doing the things that, whether enjoying art or doing things that are, physical activities in which there is joy in them, and there is happiness in them, and there is strength of the body. The body carry our souls, and our souls and our bodies are always this core relationship. They feed from each other a lot. So a body that is strong, how the Prophet ﷺ was, how a lot of companions was, a body that is aching all the time will affect the soul, no doubt about that. So yeah, absolutely, alhamdulillah. So we should be doing all of that. We should be doing it with intentions that are beautiful, that are sublime. We should be doing it because we're supposed to be the caring about. We are the whole deal. We are the whole deal.
There you go. Yeah.
And I tell people, the whole deal means like, what we shouldn't have the people of Jahiliyyah dictate to us anything about how to do with our bodies. We did tell them what to do. We give them the example. We enjoy the world better because it's connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have nothing in this.
And it's interesting, Sheikh Hassan, I see over, I think it's your right or left shoulder. I can't tell if the meter, it reversed, but the sands of time, there that you see there over your shoulder on your bookshelf, right? And so it reminds me of a saying of Sidi Muhammad al-Ghazali, rahmatullahi alayhi. It says that the biggest regret that the knower of Allah has on his deathbed is that he or she didn't start that journey earlier.
Absolutely.
Because by that time they only know so much, and had they started that journey of mahabba, of love of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi, living those realities, that much could have possibly been this much before they return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he's
absolutely.